Welcome to the Stevie Live Show. I am fresh back from sunny Italia. I'm ready to get stuck into some SW19 Wimbledon action. In anticipation of this year's championships, let me share with you my top 10 Wimbledon predictions.
Welcome to the Stevie Live Show. He's friends with Russell Crowe. Look into his eyes, don't believe the lies as he explains things he doesn't know.
Every year Roger comes out looking suave, sophisticated and ready to tear it up on court. A couple of years ago he went for the whole military jacket and waistcoat thing. This year, after an early round exit last year, he'll probably go a little bit more subdued. Someone's going to knock out a seed really early and get their 15 minutes of fame from the British public, the adulation, the giant-slaying legendary status, only to be knocked out in straight sets in the next round. I mean, who decided to hold one of the greatest outdoor sporting events in the entire world in a place that is known for its crap weather? Between the end of one point and the service motion of the next point, a player is allowed to take 20 seconds. Nadal, however, has a lot of water bottle moving, arse picking and ball bouncing to get through in that time, and usually goes way over and doesn't receive any time violations. After his early exits the past couple of years, his aura is somewhat dwindled at SW19, so maybe we'll see some more time violations for Rafael Nadal. Back in France, tennis used to be scored using a clock face, 15, 30, 45. But then 45 is a little bit of a mouthful, so they changed it to 40, 15, 30, 40. Love is in reference to oeuf, the French word for egg, representing the 0. I know, shock horror Britain, tennis players actually play the whole year round. Wimbledon's not the only tournament. But that actually makes this year's championship really interesting. We've got Wawrinka fresh off his win at the Australian Open. He's one of the only players outside of the big four to win a Grand Slam. So it should be really interesting to have another big player on court this year. Also, Grigor Dimitrov, Maria Sharapova's boyfriend, the lucky devil, is fresh off a win at Queen's last week, which should mean that he's in good grass court form and could make a real impact in these championships. Come on, Maria, I don't know whether I should be turned on, annoyed, frustrated. It's difficult to concentrate on the tennis when you're sounding like you're dying every point. Oh, Hannah. Beautiful, beautiful Hannah. Poor old Tim. Bless him. Tim is on commentary this year. He's always asked for his expert opinion, only to be cut down with passive-aggressive remarks about how he used shit. I think a lot of people forget that Tim Henman was once number 4 in the world, reached loads of Grand Slam semi-finals. He was quite a good player. My favourite story about Tim Henman actually is the year after he retired, he started commentating for Wimbledon, commentated the entire way through the championships, got particularly excited during the semi-final and pulled his strained his voice and couldn't commentate on the final. So even when he wasn't playing, Tim couldn't make it past the semi-finals of Wimbledon. The all-important question, who is going to win this year's championships? We've got so much potential this year, it is wide open. Defending champion Andy Murray's got a hell of a shot. Nadal as well, fresh off his win at the French Open, his historic 9th French Open crown, 14 Grand Slams in all. He's always dangerous, but with 2 early round exits the past 2 years, and a really early exit at Halle last week, Nadal's grass court form just isn't there at the minute. If he can make it through the difficult first few rounds that he's been faced with, yeah, then absolutely he could be dangerous, but this week's going to be tough for Nadal. Djokovic, for me, is the man to beat this year, unfortunately. I'm not a big fan of his, but he is undeniably an amazing player. Roger Federer, what can I say? 17-time Grand Slam winning champion, the best of all time, the greatest champion Wimbledon's ever seen. Has he got one more in him? I really hope so. This year he's coming in amazing form, fresh off a grass court win at Halle. One more time, let's go Roger! Women's game this year, I mean, for me the conversation before the championship begins and ends with Serena Williams. She went out early at the French. She's going to be pissed off, and she is the lady to beat. Crack out your Purcell on your bestest whites. Get your strawberries and cream at the ready, and sit back, enjoy the fortnight of tennis splendour and glory at SW19. One more thing though. Advantage, Stevie Lav. New balls, please.
Look into his eyes, don't believe the lies as he explains things he doesn't know.
Happy Wimbledon, everybody!